Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We're going to get going in about 2 minutes. There's plenty more seats over in this direction. We are filling up the space tonight, which feels so good. Again, we'll get going in about 2 minutes. Oh, Ali Dayenu, like if we just did that on repeat for the next hour. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good Shabbos to our folks who are here physically present. We are just like a bursting room of humans tonight. Also, good Shabbos to our friends on YouTube and on Zoom in the Makom Minyan. I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of hands for this week, but is there anyone in our sanctuary for the very first time? Welcome. After the service, if you'd like, I would love to say hello. Please come up and find me. Is there anyone here in our sanctuary who's back here for the first time in a long time? Ooh. Welcome, Teichman family. Welcome back, and welcome everyone else. My name is Rabbi Joey. I use he, him pronouns. As a point of visual access, I have glasses on, a long curly hair, and a big smile tonight. And I am so happy to be joined by Ali Halpert. Ali, if you'd like to bring us into the davening with some words of framing.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Ali. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm coming to you tonight from Philadelphia, where I live. And yeah, I'm really honored to be spending this Shabbat with Shir Tikva. I understand that there's a lot of simcha this weekend, and I'm excited to be here on that occasion. And also to be here for what is about the second week of the Jewish month of Elul, which is the month leading up to the high holidays, for those who don't know. And it's a time when there's a Chabad phrase that says that God, the King is in the field with us, that the Creator has come closer. Which means like the Creator is there like while we're working, while we're literally in the fields around us, up close, and it's time of closeness. And I like to think about relationships in this time because it's our relationship with the Creator and also our relationships with each other. I also know that coming into this month, I had like 10,000 different Elul goals of like, I'm gonna get really like intimate with God and like myself. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm surely going to journal every day. And I can tell you that I have done that not once. There's a book that's called This Is Real and You Are Totally Unprepared about the high holidays. And I think it's both that is true, and also what's true is that the magic of Elul and the magic of Shabbat and the high holidays are working on us kind of no matter what we do. And that's just by like walking outside and smelling the air in September and getting to be present with each other as much as we can. And so maybe there's something beautiful from your week that you can just think of right now, whether that's like a play of the light or a flower that you saw, or I just saw like a bunch of beautiful lakes today that totally wooed me for Minneapolis. Yeah, so I like Philly, but it's very beautiful here. Just try to hold on to that as we move into Shabbat, and know that the work of this season is being done with you, and we also can say yes to it as well. So we'll begin with Lechuna Ranana. And Joey will
not quite yet. We got to light some candles.
Oh my gosh, we have to light candles. Yes, of course. So true.
And celebrate some humans.
Yes.
So I would love to invite up Dennis and Shelley and Gabriel and any family members that would also like to be up here to light some candles. Dennis, could I ask you to be a designated lighter? You can find the words of our blessing on page 2. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Gabriel and family, we will be needing you later, but not right now. You all can take a seat. But Dennis and Shelley, we need you right now. Folks, we have just an abundance of 70th birthday blessings this week. Dennis and Shelley, we get to bless you on your 70th, and Michelle Rennie will also be blessing Michelle in a week or two. So I've been spending a lot of the last weeks preparing 70th birthday blessings, which is a wonderful task. And I want to start off, I'll bless each of you individually, but I want to start off by blessing off this crew of 70th blessings, the two of you and Michelle, with a group blessing. I have the practice of blessing folks with the number of the year that they've arrived at with a Hebrew word that has the numerical equivalence of that. And so for the three of you all, I wanted to bless you on your collective 210 years.
I wish you hadn't done that.
Dennis says he wishes I wouldn't have done that, but I promise you it'll be worth it because the word chaver adds up to the number 210. And it so speaks to the ways that I've seen the two of you and also Michelle show up at Shir Tikva. Chaver as a noun, it means a friend, a companion, and as a verb, it means to join together. Dennis and Shelley, thank you all for bringing us together with activism, with song, and with food. Okay, but now you each get an individual bracha. Dennis, I want to bless you with the Hebrew word sod, which adds up to the number 70. Sod, it refers to hidden depths, the mystery sitting just below the surface, ready to be discovered by those who seek. Dennis, you are such a seeker, and I want to bless you with a decade of seeking, of song and laughter, learning and expansion. And all of this, I bless you not just with the surface of pleasure and connection, but with your deeper longings, your biggest questions, with your constant questing towards truth, towards love, and towards the divine. On the count of three, let's give a good Mazal Tov. 1, 2, 3. Mazal Tov. Stay up here for 1 second, Dennis, but maybe it's trade places. Shelley, I have to be honest, I started running out of Hebrew words that add up to 70. The only viable one I could come up with was gavina, meaning cheese. So instead, I want to bless you with a word that adds up to your year plus one in the spirit of many years to come. I want to bless you with the word maleh, meaning to fill or be filled up. Shelley, you fill up the spirits of everyone around you with your gentle presence, your generous cooking, with your deeply infectious laughter. May you continue to be a source of so much comfort and joy in this world. And may your community and your family and friends, may we return the favor, filling you up with a year of quiet happiness and rowdy celebration. We'll say again, 1, 2, 3. Mazal tov, siman tov, mazal tov, mazal tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazal tov, mazal tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazal tov, mazal tov, siman tov. Yehelanu, 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 Ulecho Yisrael. Guys, love you all.
I think it was perfect.
We get to go, as we will many times over this weekend, from joy to joy. You can find the words that will begin our singing tonight of Kabbalat Shabbat on page 12, number 3 online. We turn to the last paragraph on page 13, the next page.
Oh, I thought we were doing the whole thing for Yisma. That's okay.
Take that back. We're going to start at the very top of page 13.
Shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, shiru l'Adonai, baruchu shemo, basru miyom leyom yeshuato. Sapru vagoyim kevodo bechol ha'amim nifleotav ki gadol Adonai umhulal meod norahu al kol Elohim ki kol Elohai ha'amim elilim Adonai Shemayim asa Hod v'hadar lefanav Oz v'tiferet b'mikdasho Havu l'Adonai mishpechot amim Havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz Havu l'Adonai kivod shemo Seun mincha ubo lechatzrotav Yishtachavu l'Adonai behadrat kodesh Chilu mipanav kol haaretz Imru vagoyim Adonai malach Avtikon tevel bal timod Yadinamim b'mesharim Yismechu hashamayim b'tagel haaretz Iram hayam umelo ya'alo sadai v'kol asher bo az yiranenu kol atzeyai lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz lishpot tevel b'tzedek ve'amim be'emunato yadai yanadai hayadai yanadai hayadai yanadai
We're going to turn to page 16, 5 lines down.
This week, like all of the weeks that we've had recently, has also been full of heaviness, and just want to invite us all to take a breath together. And we also get to surrender to being with each other and to know that everything that we're holding, we're not holding it by ourselves. Let the waves wash over me. Let the waves wash over me. I am already under. Let the waves wash over me. Hiram hayam umelo tevel veyoshveva. Hiram hayam umelo tevel veyoshveva. Let the waves wash over me. Let the waves wash over me. I am already under. Let the waves wash over me. Yada-da-da-da, yada-yada. Hi-yada, yada-yada. Hi-yada, yada-yada. Yada-da-da-da, hi-da, yada.
We call out for whatever the strength we need this week on your supplemental sheet with number 1 on a B'Koach.
Hopefully you found it okay. Ana beko ימינך, ימינך, תתיר צרורה, קבל רינת עמך, תגרנו, תרנו נורא. אנא בכוח, בכוח, גדולת ימינך, ימינך, תתיר צרורה, קבל רינת עמך, סגרנו, תרנו נורא. אנא בכוח, גדולת ימינך, תתיר צרורה, תתיר צרורה, קבל רינת עמך, סגרנו, תרנו נורא. ידדי, 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 Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Holy breath and holy name, will you ease this pain? Holy breath and holy name, will you ease this pain? Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Yadadai, yadai, yadai, yadadai, yadai, yadai, yadadai, yadai, yadai, yadadai, yadai.
I was going to say some words now about where we're about to head into Lecha Dodi, but I think I want to hold on to those words for a little because the singing is just feeling so good. But I'll invite folks to notice the sixth verse, Lo tavoshi v'lo tikalmi, an end to shame and degeneration, forget your sorrows. I'd invite people to really dive in those words tonight and see how they land on you. And we'll take some time in a little bit later to dig into those words. In the meantime, we're going to turn to page 20. It's the tradition in this community, if you'd like, to get up and find your way outdoors in our physical space, outdoors and wherever you're zooming from. Again, we'll turn to page 20.
It's really so lovely to sing with you all. Wow. Thank you. So we'll do this one as call and response for the Lecha Dodi, and then we'll sing it all together for the verses. Lecha Dodi likra kala Pnei Shabbat Kabbalat Lecha Dodi likra kala Pnei Shabbat Kabbalat Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad Hishmianu El HaMiuchad Adonai echad U'shemo echad L'shemo tiferet Ve'litila Lecha Dodi likra kala Pnei Shabbat Kabbalat Lecha Dodi likra kala Pnei Shabbat Kabbalat Likrat Shabbat Lechu v'nelcha Ki hi mekor haberecha Merosh mikedem Zizucha Sof maaseh B'machshava techila Lecha Dodi likra kala Pnei Shabbat Kabbalat Lecha Dodi likra kala Pnei Shabbat Kabbalat Mikdash Melech Ir Melucha Kumi Izi Mitoch Ha'afecha Rav Lach Shevet Be'emecha B'achad Vehu Yachamo Aleichem La Lecha Dodi likra kala Pnei Shabbat Kabbalat Lecha Dodi likra kala Pnei Shabbat Kabbalat Hitnari Me'afar Kumi Livshi Bigdei Tifartecha Mi Ayat Mishai Beit Halachmi Korva Nafshi Ge'ala Lecha Dodi likra kala Pnei Shabbat Kabbalat Lecha Dodi likra kala Pnei Shabbat Kabbalat
Boi v'shalom ateret balala gam besimcha uvezohala toch emune am segula boi kala boi kala lecha dodi liga kala pene Shabbat Kabbalat lecha dodi liga kala pene Shabbat Kabbalat lecha dodi liga kala pene Shabbat Kabbalat yada da yada yada da yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da yada yada da yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada. We'll have a little while before they come back in, so we have an opportunity to sing some more ourselves. Yum ba da da ya yum ba, yum ba da da ya ya da da, yum ba da da ya yum ba ya da da yum ba da da ya yum ba da da ya da da, yum ba da da ya yum ba ya da da yum ba ya da da, yum ba ya da da, yum ba ya da da, yum ba ya da da yum ba ya da da, yum ba ya da da, yum ba ya da da, yum ba ya da da yum ba da da ya yum ba da da ya da da, yum ba da da ya yum ba ya da da, yum ba da da ya yum ba da da ya da da, yum ba da da ya yum ba ya da da, 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 yum ba. Everyone, Shabbat Shalom. Never has the weather been so good and our numbers been so large. It is a wonder to get to sing together a little bit longer. We're going to transition in from the intense and joyous singing of Kabbalat Shabbat into the somberer mood, but still the held mood of Mariv. We'll begin together on page 28, rising in body or rooting. As we come into Mariv, let's take a second to wiggle out our shoulders, to stretch as wide as we can in this full space or in our spacious Zoom rooms. Taking a big breath in and out.
We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. Yada da da da. take another deep breath in together. Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach.
Baruch
Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam vaed.
You can be seated. We'll turn to the next page, page 30, where we contemplate a God that brings light but also brings darkness. I invite folks to take a moment to look outside the windows of this space or whatever space you're in, to notice the changing quality of light as we transition away from high summer towards the fall time. Noticing the colors and the dance of the light in our own space, the shadows that are being cast. Taking a second to breathe in and out.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Baruch Shem Keval Malchuto Le'olam Vaed. You can be seated, page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. We'll turn forward to page 40.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל, לך אנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם. מי כמוך Yeah, you can repeat. Ba'elim Adonai.
Ba'elim Adonai.
Mi kamocha.
Mi chamocha.
Neder ba'kodesh. Nora, Nora, Tehilot.
Tehilot.
Oseh.
Oseh.
Feh. Lifnei Moshe u'Miriam Ze'eli Anu ve'amaru Adonai imlov Le'olam va'ed
We'll turn to page 42.
It's a time when our prayers for a just peace are more needed than ever. It's been true and it will continue to be true. And so just to offer us a moment to tap into that desire that we have to live in a world that cherishes every single life and protects every single life, including those of Palestinians and Israelis, including those of everyone in our cities and our towns. So may it be so that we are spread over, that we are protected. Ufros aleinu Sukkot, Sukkot, Shalom Echa, Ufros aleinu Sukkot, Sukkot, Shalom Echa,
We'll rise or root on page 44.
This might be a new melody for you. It's by my friend Yosef Goldman. If you don't know it, I think it's a really fun one, so you'll catch on. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם וריץ עולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Let's try that one more time. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת וינפש.
Folks can stay on their feet as we turn our way into the beginning of the Amidah. You can find the words on page 46. We'll sing these words together and then slowly transition into quiet time for the next few minutes. Adonai, Sefatai Tiftach, Uviagi, Tehillah In a moment, we're going to call out and sing out for healing for those in our lives and in our community that are needing it. You'll find the words, if you have a supplemental sheet, you'll find the words for our prayer for healing, number 2 on the sheet. If you don't worry, there's not too many words and you'll figure it out. But before we get there, I'm going to take a look around the room. And as my eyes are passing you, I invite you to say the name or names of anyone that you're praying for tonight. And good Minnesotans, feel free to speak over each other tonight. Tonight, we're praying for the healing of Ya da da ya 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 da ya yo. Shabbat shalom. Never have I ever set this up quite right. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos.
In honor of having a very big night with many blessings, in honor of having an amazing song and prayer leader with us tonight, I wanted to foretell a longer Devar Torah and focus in on a Devar Tefillah, a word about one part of our davening. Which brings me to something I need to admit. I've been a lifelong Lecha Dodi skeptic. It is bouncy, it is joyful, it's pointing towards big promises of radical redemption, and it's all felt, I think honestly, a little bit ungrounded. I want to acknowledge here that I'm a certifiable buzzkill who's always opted for emo dirges over pop anthems, and Lecha Dodi is a bit of a pop anthem. Over the last week, I've been tugging on those 4 words that I highlighted earlier. Lo tavoshi ve'lo tikalmi. And in studying these words, I've started to get over myself a little bit and enjoy the words of Lecha Dodi. Okay, so again, these words that we're calling out are lo tavoshi ve'lo tikalmi. They're the 6th verse of Lecha Dodi. And the poet, the composer of Lecha Dodi, pulled these words, and the poet calls out in these words, don't be embarrassed, don't cringe. Cringe is actually a good definition, and we'll continue to play with it, a good translation. These words draw out of our Haftorah this week, the passage from Prophets, part of which Gabriel is going to be chanting for us tomorrow. It's a wild Haftorah where God gives us a taste of Olam Haba, of how the world to come will feel. And digging into the verse of the Haftorah that inspired these words, Lo Tavoshi, might give us, I think, some precise taste of the redemptive promise of Lecha Dodi. That verse starts with God telling us, Al Tiri, do not be afraid. Okay, starting right here, I have questions. In my bones and blood, there's nothing scarier than the words, don't be afraid. I hear my mother saying, no, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of what? Is there something I should be afraid of? I hear my grandmother of blessed memory then replying, of course there's something to be afraid of, Babala. Always be alert. More broadly, I find myself not trusting the sweeping promise of these words, don't be afraid, of our prayers in Lecha Dodi, in which God promises a promised land or a time or a space of utter abundance and joy. But before I can fully let my ancestors guide me away from this hope, God continues with the words that will make their way into Lecha Dodi. Lo tavoshi ve'lo tikalmi. Don't be afraid because you will never feel shame again, and don't cringe because you'll never be taunted again. I love the specificity of this image. Rather than promising an end of all suffering and pain or the coming of world peace, God is promising something so much more precise that I feel like I can hold on to it, that life will be less cringeworthy, that the taunts of our elementary school bullies, the foolish thing we said 10 years ago and we still regret, those things won't define us going forward. I'm compelled and moved by this image, but I'm left with another question. How exactly are we going to get there? How are we going to get over our shame and our embarrassment? God answers my question in the conclusion of the verse. You will forget the shame of your childhood. Shelley in the front row here is like, well, of course, we will forget everything. Happy 70th birthday. I'm not so convinced though, Shelley. I don't think, well, I am challenged by this idea that we'll simply forget. And I again land in a place of some distrust for God's vision. This forgetting, it does not feel possible and it does not exactly feel healing. And so not trusting God's vision for how we're going to get there, I tap the wisdom of Shir Tikva's resident expert on countering shame. Along with doing about 20 other jobs in the community, Reina Barrios is Shir Tikva's Associate Director of Youth and Families, meaning that, amongst other things, she sits with kids who are in the midst of tears and yelling and guilt and upset. I've been having an ongoing dialogue this past week with Reina about how she actualizes the words of Lecha Dodi. Don't be ashamed. Don't cringe, to kids who might otherwise head in those directions. She told me about her favorite tactic. First, she waits for a kid, allowing the hard to flow through them, and then she quietly invites them to do and figure out the next right thing. I love these words, the next right thing. That could mean something big, like saying, I'm sorry to a teacher or a peer who's been hurt. It could be as simple as putting hands on our knees, feeling our own fingers and warmth. These actions, it suggests that kids, that us, we do not need to forget what we've been through. Rather, we do not need to fix everything that has happened in the midst of our struggles. All we need to simply do is one right thing. And well, I still don't trust a God to make us forget all of our childhood embarrassment. I wonder about God's place in the wake of hard stuff, in the presence of shame or guilt. As we feel the heaviness of having hurt ourselves or others, I suspect if we listen and breathe, we might hear God's voice. We might hear a whisper telling us, do one right thing, one small act that can bring us towards balance. In turn, as we watch our kids or each other struggle and flail, we might embody the divine with a quiet invitation towards self-compassion, towards kindness and slowness. Tonight, as we continue to sing words about redemption, in this month of Elul, I seek in the davening, I seek in each other, the one right thing, the next step that might move me, that might move us just a little bit closer to repair. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to continue with a blessing of our community. And to do this, I'm going to need two pieces of help. Number one, if friends on Zoom will start sending their blessings in our direction. And number two, if someone who was so lucky as to get a supplement today could hand it to me so I can chant these words. As always, thank you, Jolie. You can find these words on number 3 in our supplement. Hamalach hagoel oti, Hamalach hagoel oti mikora, Yevaret et haneyarim, v'yikra vehem shemi. Vishem Avotai, Vishem Avotai, Avraham ve'Yitzchak, ve'yigdu la'rov, ve'yigdu la'rov, ve'kerev Yismechem Elohim kazara kerivka karachel chalea ke'Ephraim v'chi Menashe Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yismerecha Ya'er Adonai panav elecha veyichuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha veyasem lecha shalom. Yidadam b'yadai yadai noi. Yadadai May we all be able to find that next step. May shame disappear from our world and be replaced by vulnerability, trust, and peace. May we all deal with the cringe-worthy experiences with faith in the future. May we cringe neither at ourselves nor at each other and instead display chesed. May we learn to let go of the shame we bring to cringe-worthy moments even as we strive to avoid creating them. May we, next February, remember with joy these days of gorgeous weather. May we accept that our missteps are powerful proof of our humanity. May we sit quietly with the kids in our lives when they are deep in shame. Ken yehi ratzon. Yedadai dai 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 We'll begin to put a seal on our service on page 284. I invite folks to rise or root. Folks can take a seat. We're going to turn to my annual tradition of relearning what page Achad Sha'alti is on. This is a bit of davening that we do in Elul as an opportunity for spiritual warm-up and stretching our hearts towards the high holidays. Again, you can find the words at the top of page 358.
Achad sha'alti met Hashem ota vakesh. Achad sha'alti met Hashem Hashem otavakesh achat sha'alti met Hashem otavakesh shivti beveit Hashem kol yemei chayai lachazot b'noam Hashem shivti beveit Hashem kol yemei chayai lachazot b'noam Hashem ulevaker b'hechalot ulevaker b'hechalot ulevaker b'hechalot ulevaker b'hechalot shivti beveit Hashem kol yemei chayai lachazot b'noam Hashem shivti beveit Hashem kol yemei chayai lachazot b'noam Hashem ulevaker b'hechalot ulevaker b'hechalot ulevaker b'hechalot ulevaker b'hechalot achat sha'alti met Hashem otavakesh.
We'll move towards Mourner's Kaddish. But before we do, our community over the last 11 months has had the tradition of singing the words Oseh Shalom one more time in our service to acknowledge that the list of names of people who have died in the violence in Gaza, in Palestine, and Israel, it is too long. We sing these words with an awareness that prayer is not enough, but it's a commitment that prayer is a part of our action of moving towards a more just world and ending this war. Oseh Shalom Bimroma, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel. We're moving in the direction of Mourner's Kaddish. You can find the words of Mourner's Kaddish on page 294. But before we get there, I'm going to read a list of names of folks in our community that have died in the last 30 days or at this time in previous years. If you hear the name of someone that you knew and loved and would like to share just a sentence or two of story, I invite you to raise your hand. And Julie Jacobs, thank you so much, Julie. We'll find you with a microphone. We're in the Shaloshim, the first 30 days of death, for Ruby on Bear, cousin of Tova Gorman Bear, Michael Dane, beloved member of Shir Tikva, Todd Slumsky, brother of Karen Maratz, brother-in-law of Mike, uncle of Henry and Miriam, Bernard Bernie C. Johnson, grandfather of Rachel and Rebecca Wolfe. Paul Pink, father of Joelle Pink. And Robin Wicks, wife of Jessica.
I lost Robin yesterday. We had been together for 25 years. They have been the most wonderful 25 years ever. And I'll just share what I told her, one of the last things I said to her before she had passed on. Love is love. Love is all there is. Thank you.
We're in the yahrzeit, the anniversary of the death of Irving Basak, Jane Basak's father, Oscar Bakzala, beloved member of Shir Tikva, Beatrice B. Colburn, Ben's grandmother, Pauline Fishbane, Betty Fishbane's grandmother, William George, Jeanette George's brother, Louis George, Jeanette George's father, Tirza Gedalia, Tamar's mother, Louis Gould, Ellie Zimmerman's father, Marty Harris, Michelle Gillett's father and grandfather of Elliot and Samantha, Thomas Hodney Jr., Christina Rothstein's father and Jonah's grandfather, Harold Jacobs, Andrea Fishbane's father, Bernard Kaner, Mark Roth's father-in-law, Sidney Castrol, Dan Castrol's father, Bernard Kaufman, Rachel Orzoff's grandfather, Richard Kerr, Pat Karasoff's father, Seymour Bud Kessler, Rich Kessler's father, Abby Cooler, Ken Cooler's mother, Kathleen McNaught, David's mother, Fanny Nemiroff, Rabbi Kathy's grandmother, John Newman, Amy Michael's cousin, Edward Harry Sepperstein, Stuart Mendick's grandfather, Ada Sternert, Lorraine Luger's grandmother.
My grandma Ada was an important part of my life. I'm especially grateful to her for bringing myself, my sister, and my cousin to a lot of Broadway plays. It was really a blast, including Peter Pan. And she was an early advocate for Dennis and possibly saved that marriage. And one more fun fact was that Grandma Ada was one of the first people who went to the Margaret Sanger Clinic, birth control clinic in New York City in the day. And you go, Grandma.
Marion Spunt, Michelle's mother, Rose Swenty, Kathy Nemiroff's aunt, Penny Teichman, Cheryl Dvorak's mother, Bob Wisnowski, Jen Dawson's uncle. Are there any other names that folks would like to bring forward today?
I'm mourning the, is this on? Yeah. Okay, I'm mourning the recent death of two first cousins who died within 24 hours of each other in late August. The first was my cousin Philip Kastner, who it just sent a shockwave through the family because he literally dropped dead without any warning of any illness. And he was 75. I didn't really know him very well in his life, even though I saw him every week at Grandma's house. But, you know, I just kind of thought he was a quirky, selfish guy. And during the memorial service, I found out, yeah, he was a quirky guy, but he was very, very kind. He had taken two young children under his wing, as was sort of the ex officio grandfather to these very poor children who grew up in a dysfunctional family, and a trust fund is going to be set up to make sure these kids go to college. So quirky, but not so selfish. The other was my cousin Tamara Weinstein, who, when I think of Tamara, I think of somebody with a great sense of humor, determination, and a fighting spirit, And boy, let me tell you, it's a good thing she had those qualities, because over the last 10 years, she was fighting a benign brain tumor that was robbing her of her sense of self. But she stood up and she didn't let it take away who she really was. And she fought till she could no longer fight. And so it was not a shock, but a very sad death. She died at 67.
Just briefly, it seems important to mention that this is you're at site both of those who died in the Twin Towers and also those who died in the coup in Chile decades earlier on September 11th. They together were the lesson we needed to be able to remember to mourn everyone.
I spent much of the start of this week in hospice with my grandfather, who died Wednesday night. I heard a lot of really wonderful things about him from all of his friends and family and coworkers that I could impart to all of you, but mainly I just want to say that I hope someday I mean as much to that many people. He died of a million illnesses that should have killed him. Any one of them should have, but they all had to work together because he was made of Teflon, always a fighter. We're all gonna miss him.
Esther Begum, my grandmother and my mother's mother, passed about 2 weeks ago. She was 96, born in Poland, went through the Holocaust, and responded to that early trauma in life with a life of love and giving. Her and my grandfather had a grocery store in St. Paul back in the day and a deli in St. Paul back in the day, Begum's Dell, and at her funeral, got to see the dozens of people who are all together because she was really brave and strong.
You can find the words of Mourner's Kaddish on page 294. I invite folks to rise in body or spirit. Yitkadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah ve'amad yivrach yotei ve'amlich malchutei v'chayechon u'vyamechon u'vchaye dechol beit Yisrael b'gala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam omei omaya. Yibarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalal v'yitalal shemei dekudsha brechu elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shmei Amar Rabbah min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Yaseh shalom b'mramav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimru amen. Folks can be seated. I'll invite up our steadfast usher, Jim, to deliver some announcements for us.
Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. I'm Jim Norden, a longtime member of the congregation, actually a founding member. Thank you for being with us tonight. It's a joy to be together. At the end of the service, please return the prayer books to the usher table. For those of you who have them, please separate the song sheets from the Sidurim. Mazel Tov to Gabriel Techman on becoming B'mitzvah. Mazel Tov to Darren Woodson and Ben Miles on their new baby, and Mazel Tov to Dennis Guillaume, Michelle Rennie, Shirley and Shelley Miner, who are all celebrating their 70th birthdays. Thank you to all those who made tonight possible. Rabbi Joey, Ali Halpert, Gordon, Eric, the Macomb Minion, Julie Jacobs, and Lori Sweet. Thank you to our Shomrim and security for your steady presence. Tonight's Onig is co-hosted by the Cooney, Price, Frolic, Betkel, and Bebo Chorus families in honor of Gabriel Tuckman becoming B Mitzvah, and Katie Stefani and Elizabeth Sperling in honor of Daryl Woodson and Ben Miles' new baby. Thank you all. I have just a few announcements. First of all, there's a lot going on, and you can find all our Shir Tikva programming updates in our weekly news and on our website. Programming updates. Please join us for a weekend of song with Ali tomorrow at 2 p.m. Ali will offer a workshop that uses song and Torah to ground ourselves in the value of human life, and then continue to ask the question, where are we and what can we do now? And then tomorrow at 7, join us for a joyful concert as Ali and guest musicians here in the Shir Tikva Sanctuary. Can't wait to see you. High holy days are coming. Look on our website for all information. Shir Tikva High holidays are joyful and open to all without tickets. We hope you will join us. Next week's Shabbat service will be a mask-required service. If this isn't the best fit for you, please join us on Zoom. A reminder that your community is here to support you. So please reach out to our rabbis if you encounter life change so they can activate the Shir Tikva network of support, which is really marvelous.
Thank you so much, Jim. I'd like to invite up Gabriel and his family, and Rhea, please. There's a tradition in our community that's coming back of the last B Mitzvah kid to give over the incoming B Mitzvah kid a gift of a Kiddush cup. If you want to pass Gabriel this Kiddush cup.
I don't really know what to say because I wasn't prepared for tonight. I had a game, but not to make this about me. I don't really know you that well, but what I do know is that in class you could sometimes focus and sometimes be off task, which made the class more fun. And also, you were really kind, and mazel tov, and I hope tomorrow's very fun for you. Like.
Gabriel, I can't wait to be up here again with you in just a couple hours. But in the meantime, let's do the business of blessing this wine. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam, barei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kisanu b'mitzvah tov v'ratzovanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'ma'aseh v'reshit. Ki hu yom tehila lemikra kodesh, zecher l'yitziat Mitzrayim. Ki vanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
You made one mistake there. It is not the lad be'ahava uvratzon, and then it's not hin hilanu, it's hin heltanu.
Oh, I missed the T. Thank you so much. Enjoy your wine, Gabriel.
Is this wine or grape juice?
Grape juice.
Okay.
Take your family. if you want to come forward and help me bless us together. If you guys want to put a hand on. 3, 2, 1. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, petei avon. You all, please stick around, have some food and schmooze after our service. But before that, we'll close with song.
Shabbat shalom.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.